It's the Connector Idaho Daily News from Boise State Public Radio, Wednesday, August 26th. I'm Troy Oppie. Here are today's headlines. Wildland firefighters attacked a new batch of fires following Monday's storms with more fire weather on the way. A man whose true identity is still not known to officials will spend 5 years in federal prison. And Boise school students could soon be riding new electric buses. But first, on this Wednesday, a court-ordered psychological evaluation found the suspect accused of stabbing a Boise man to death on the Greenbelt earlier this summer to be, quote, dangerously mentally ill and unfit to stand trial. Here's James Dawson with more.
At a hearing Tuesday morning, court documents revealed that a psychological exam found 41-year-old Ross Wardlaw dangerously mentally ill under Idaho law. That means the pending murder charge against him could be put on hold indefinitely. Idaho law does not allow for defendants to enter an insanity plea. Instead, they must receive mental health treatment until they can be stabilized. The Ada County Prosecutor's Office could challenge the determination, but it says it needs to further review Wardlaw's medical records before making that decision. He was arrested last month after Boise police said he stabbed to death 25-year-old Jordan Harpst in the early morning hours of July 6 as he was riding a scooter home from downtown. Wardlaw is currently being held without bond. James Dawson, Boise State Public Radio News.
A man whose true identity is still not known to authorities will spend 5 years in prison and was ordered by a federal judge in Idaho to pay $284,000 in restitution for stealing the identity of a child who died in 1977 and using it for 25 years. Investigators say the man used the identity starting in 2000 to obtain hundreds of thousands of federal benefits he was not entitled to. He was also able to obtain a U.S. passport and multiple Idaho driver's licenses, including a star card under the stolen identity. A federal jury in May found the man guilty of wire fraud, theft of government funds, aggravated identity theft, and related charges, but investigators have never determined the man's true identity. Boise School District will debut its 8 new electric school buses today. The buses are fully electric. They have fewer moving parts than traditional diesel buses, and that means there's an opportunity to reduce maintenance costs over the long term, according to the district. The buses and related charging infrastructure were purchased with the help of a $2.76 million federal grant from the Environmental Protection Agency in partnership with Durham School Services, the district's bus provider, and electrification company Highland Electric Fleets. Boise School District cuts the ribbon on those buses today. They'll be integrated into service this year. Lightning storms Monday started 7 new fires in southwest Idaho, 5 of which were inside the already existing no-fly zone established around the Big Grass fire. Fire managers say crews from the Big Grass participated in initial attack on the new fires, and they continue to seek out remaining hotspots within the Big Grass fire burn perimeter. Containment remains at 93% with more than 330 personnel working that fire. The timing of morning fire traffic has also been adjusted to not conflict with morning school traffic in Jordan Valley. Just north of the Big Grass fire, the Flint fire continues to burn. It's one of those fires that started Monday. It was estimated yesterday at around 6,500 acres. The Hawaii County Sheriff's Office slightly expanded the Level 3 Go Now evacuation zone late Tuesday. The Silver City area remains under a Level 2 evacuation warning. The National Weather Service has issued a fire weather watch for much of that Owyhee County area, with high temperatures, low humidities, and a chance of breezy conditions this afternoon in southwest Idaho and southeast Oregon. Elsewhere, the Wild Horse Fire in eastern Lincoln County grew to an estimated 21,000 acres yesterday, about quintupling in size from a previous estimate. But winds slowed and crews made good progress, according to fire managers. There is no estimated containment for that blaze yet, which is burning into lava flow areas and other difficult terrain. Boise State Athletics will host 150 local high school students and administrators from 20 different schools for a mental health summit today. Representatives are coming from as far as Camas County, Glens Ferry, and Melba. The university says it's working with the students to help them launch mental health campaigns at their schools, part of the Bronco Bold program, which the university launched in 2019 to help local high school students learn how to help themselves and their peers reduce stigma, raise awareness, and cultivate resilience around mental health issues. Schools participate on a 3-year cycle. 4 schools receive direct mentorship support from Boise State student athletes and staff. Bronco men's basketball announced it will host a non-conference tournament in Idaho Falls this winter. The Snake River Collegiate Basketball Invitational will feature Boise State, Drake, North Dakota State, and North Texas in a 6-game round-robin format at the Mountain America Center the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend. That's November 27th through 29th. This will be the 4th straight year Boise State has played a non-conference game at the Mountain America Center in Idaho Falls, with games there against St. Mary's each of the previous 3 years. The U.S. Department of the Interior reportedly restricted staff from telling the public about deaths or injuries in national parks. The Mount West News Bureau's Hannah Merzbach reports a dozen press freedom groups are pushing back.
In July, a video went viral of a bison charging a visitor in Yellowstone and throwing him 8 feet into the air. Yet, the park never issued a press release. That's concerning for Anne-Marie Tamburo, a lawyer with the Society of Professional Journalists.
There's not a lot of information about why this could be happening, what visitors could be doing differently.
The Interior Department reportedly issued a memo in December, telling staff to no longer confirm fatalities, serious injuries, or emotionally sensitive incidents. It argues this is to create a more consistent approach across parks and respect privacy, not to conceal fatalities. But Tamburo and other press freedom advocates are urging the department to reconsider. In the last 2 decades, the most deaths happened in Lake Mead, Grand Canyon, and Yosemite. For the Mountain West News Bureau and Wyoming Public Radio, I'm Hannah Merzbach.
Hey, if you're enjoying this podcast each morning, you might enjoy some of our other podcast work. Wild horses are again at the center of a debate over how the federal government should manage public lands in the West. You can check out our podcast Mustang for a deeper look at the complicated issues around wild horses and wild horse roundups. Host Ashley Ahern explores the ecological debate, the perspectives of ranchers and indigenous communities, the use of roundups and fertility control, and her own journey training a wild Mustang. Listen to the podcast Mustang right in the same place that you listen to The Connector every day. I'm Troy Oppie. Thanks for listening. Catch you again tomorrow.